Hello, and welcome to the Strong Body, Strong Mind, Balanced Life podcast. My name is Heather Monthie, and this is a part of the Healthy Mindset Reset series that I am currently doing on this podcast episode. Today, we're going to talk about this idea of how inner strength is built in the quiet moments. It's about calm, clarity, and reclaiming yourself through intentional stillness. So if you have been participating in my yoga classes this month or listening to the Healthy Mindset Reset series here on the podcast this month, you'll know that April's theme is finding strength in stillness. And if you're listening to this outside of April, it's totally relevant. It's just the theme that we have picked for April. You can listen to this in November. You can listen to this in December. It doesn't matter what time of year you're listening to this. But the idea here is that we are taking some time for intentional stillness, intentional calmness in our lives, whether it's just a brief 10 seconds or taking a full 60-minute yoga meditation type class. And so we're really talking here, for those of you who are super ambitious, you're driven, you're constantly in motion, you're that person that is always going. You're always doing something. You've got a lot of responsibilities on your plate. You've got a lot of things that you want to do in life. You've got a lot. There's just a lot. And this message is for those of you who are coming to that realization that strength doesn't always look like pushing harder. Or maybe you need to come to that realization that strength doesn't always look like pushing harder. Okay, so today, this is for those of you who are tired of white knuckling your way through life. You're ready to build some sustainable strength, the kind that lasts, the kind that feels like you. All right. So today's mindset reset is this: inner strength isn't built in the noise, it's built in the pause. It's built in the quiet, in the moments that no one sees, not even you, until you slow down long enough to notice. All right. So let's be real here. The world requires hustle. The world rewards hustle. All right. Most of us built our success on being the one who could handle it all. If that resonates with you, give me a thumbs up right now. You're the one who said yes, you showed up, you performed, even when it meant burning yourself out. All right. I've been there. Maybe you've been there too. But through that journey, through those times of my life, I've learned that resilience isn't necessarily created in chaos. It's created in that intentional recovery. All right. And this is what I am teaching inside all of my programs right now, that it's about slowing down just a little bit, that strength is built when you pause instead of powering through, that it's built when you say no, not because you're weak, but because your energy matters and you're saving your energy for the things that are more important in your life. It's built when you finally stop apologizing for needing rest, quiet, and time to think. And just because you have an open slot on your calendar doesn't mean you need to say yes to the thing that would fill up that open slot on the calendar. You can take that time for that rest, for that quiet, for that time to think. So this is where yoga philosophy really helped me in changing my life. If you're listening to this and you have known me for any length of time, you have known I have been that person that's a go hard, play hard, I'll sleep when I'm dead. That was 100% me. And I still have to keep that in check. Okay? I certainly still have to keep that in check. And this is where yoga philosophy has really come in to help me become more aware of this about myself. There's a principle in yoga called svadhyaya. This is self-study. It's understanding yourself. It's having awareness of yourself. It's observing your patterns, okay? It's not judgment. It's not perfection. It's just awareness of the things that you do, all right? You start to observe your patterns, the overscheduling, skipping meals, the irritation you carry in your jaw and your shoulders, all right? And this is something I am continually working through. The other day I woke up and my jaw hurt. I was clenching my jaw in my sleep. I was just carrying that stress in my jaw. And so think about those, just observing those patterns, observing how you feel, observing that stress, observing that tension, just noticing it. And that's where you start to find space. All right. So you're paying more attention to it. You're observing, you're having that self-study, that svadhyaya. All right. So in that space, that's where you find you. That's where you find you. And I'm going to give you an example here. So, like I said, if you've known me any length of time, you know that I was always like this super go hard, push hard to sleep when I'm dead kind of person. If you didn't know me, if this is your first time meeting me, let me tell you, this is how I used to be. All right. And in January of 2023, I had a very serious injury. I broke my tibia and fibula completely in half. That almost went through my skin. I was able to grab it in time, so it didn't go through my skin. I was hiking, and I needed to be airlifted off of a helicopter, and I had to wait for 3 hours for the helicopter, holding my leg in place so the bone wouldn't go through my skin. Sorry, I didn't mean to gross you out, okay? But that injury was something that really changed how I approached life. When I was released from the hospital and I had this in my head that I was going to push through the recovery and I was going to get back to my old self as soon as I possible can. It was kind of approaching it using my usual approach of just push harder, plan more, stay in control, and that didn't work anymore. Your body wants to heal on its own time, its own agenda, and when you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 30s, wherever you are, your body doesn't heal as quickly as it does when you're younger. Now, I broke my femur in a car accident when I was 16, high-speed car accident, and bounced back a little bit quicker than I did breaking my leg again in my 40s. And it was frustrating. It was very humbling, extremely humbling. But in that stillness, and what I mean by that stillness, I mean like I was physically forced to slow down. Like I'm on the couch using a cane, using a walker. And in that stillness, something shifted with me. I realized that I had been confusing performance with presence and productivity with purpose. And most of all, I realized like I was missing out on me. I was missing out on who I was. I started, wanting to become this person again who I still had energy after 2 p.m. I wasn't just this constantly overstimulated person who was just go, 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 go. And by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm like, I need a nap. And I missed that person who felt clear and calm and connected to my own body. And that's what this stillness gave me. That slowing, that literal physical slowing down, it gave me that clarity. It wasn't laziness. It was more resilience. Okay. And so here's your mindset reset for the week. Remember, you don't have to earn your rest. You don't have to apologize for your pause. It's okay to sit down and watch Netflix once in a while, okay? It's okay to hang out with your family. It's okay to sit on the couch with your dog. It's okay to go for a walk and not take anything with you, including your AirPods, all right? You don't need to earn your rest. You don't have to apologize for your pause. Start small. Take one meeting off your calendar this week that you can get off your calendar. All right. I know it's hard. We've all got responsibilities. We've all got jobs to do. But is there something that you can go through your calendar and take something off your calendar this week? And if it's not this week, is there something next week? All right. And I've talked about this before. If you're listening to this series this month, I've been talking about that. Go through your calendar. What can you get rid of? Say no to a commitment that drains you. This is big. This is something I'm working through right now. And that is saying no to something that just completely drains your energy. That if it doesn't light you up, why are you doing it? And I get it. There's responsibilities. You've got things, other people counting on you for things. But if there's something that just drains you and you're not getting anything out of it, why are you doing it? Why? And so another thing to do, think about taking a walk without your AirPods. Bring your phone with just in case something happens. You want to be able to get in touch with somebody if there's an emergency, but put it in your pocket, put it away, turn off all your notifications and take a walk. Take that digital detox, right? And maybe just sit with your coffee in the morning or your tea and do nothing but breathe for 60 seconds. If you come to my yoga classes, we do them Wednesday mornings right now. I will be adding some more to the schedule, but we do a slow flow vinyasa style yoga class on Wednesday mornings over Zoom. And we start with breath. We start with a full 5 minutes of just breathing, just being aware of your breath and just breathing. Okay. And it's to help you slow down. It's not about slowing down forever. It's just about finding your center, taking 5 minutes out of your 30-minute yoga practice to find your center. All right. So if you feel like you can't find time to just sit down and breathe, come to my yoga class. Come to my yoga class. Go to yogabyheather.com. The schedule's there. You can join us. It's a free 30-minute slow flow vinyasa style class. We spend the first 5 minutes just breathing. All right. So by doing this, by finding your center again, this allows you to lead, to love, and to work and to live from alignment, not depletion. All right. So if this resonated with you, just know you are not alone. The people I work with, a lot of the women I work with are super strong, capable, brilliant, and just ready to feel like yourself again. All right. And those moments start like this, the moments where you are choosing intention over intensity. You're choosing awareness over autopilot, presence over pressure. All right. And so our theme for May, and again, you can listen to this whenever you want. It's just if you listen to these podcast episodes as they're released, the theme for May is move with intention. All right. So think about that statement that I just said. Moments where you choose intention over intensity. All right. So in May, we're going to be talking about how do you move with intention, whether it's moving your body, moving your mind, moving your thoughts, things like this. Okay. So if you would like some more support on your journey here, make sure that you subscribe to this podcast, whatever podcast player you're listening to this on. We are officially on all of the major podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all of those. Okay. So you can subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform. I also have a version of it on YouTube if you want to listen to it on YouTube. And you can subscribe to my channel there. And also in this podcast feed, I am including some of the audio versions of my YouTube videos, so you can listen to them here. So anyways, this podcast is really intended to help support you in this journey. You're a high-performing person. You got a lot of responsibilities. You've got a lot of things going on in your life. And it's okay to honor the pause, trust the quiet, and know that your inner strength is still there. You're just remembering how to listen to it. So thank you for joining me on this journey today. My name is Heather Monthie. I'll talk to you on the next episode.